response, or especially the neighbor, because of that would be right here, right beside him. So anyway, how did they solve the problem? That house right there? Well, they built it that way. So they have 54 feet going back, which gives them more than 1,000 square feet to work with per floor, as opposed to 452. So we went back to Kevin and he said, Kevin, what can we do? What do you recommend that we do? And he said, man, you need to go ask for at least a 20-foot intrusion into the dune management area. That's the only thing you can do. So we got together, we had a phone call with Aaron Pope and Catherine. I don't know if y'all remember Catherine. And we floated the 20-foot idea to them, and they gave us the cold shoulder like, you're crazy. I mean, there's no way that's gonna fly. So then that's when Mary and I got together and we started going, okay, let's really dive into this thing and see what we got and see what we can do. So we looked at the ordinance and it said, okay, what's the minimum action for something that's reasonable? It's not something that's possible. I mean, you could put a tent on there, or you could put a little, small single wide trailer, but it's something that's reasonable. And then also it'll look good for the neighbors and look good for the community. So we said, okay, well, how do we define reasonable? So we let the community around us define reasonable. So I got out Zillow and I started doing some research on all the houses east of the washout, because our lot is a couple houses down from the washout. And this is what we found. The number of bedrooms in those is predominantly 4 bedrooms. Great majority is 3 or greater than 3 bedrooms, and just one and two. So if we took the minimum action of what is reasonable defined by the neighborhood, it would be a 3 and not a 4. So we said, okay, let's see if we can shoot for a 3. So then how much area do we need for a septic tank to meet the needs for a 3-bedroom? So for a 3-bedroom, you gotta have 600 to 800 square feet to get your septic system in there. So if we kind of get close to 600, that's the minimum of the reasonable that we're shooting for. And again, we're just trying to keep the spirit of the law, which is keep it minimum, keep it minimum as you can. So then on foundation area, what's a reasonable amount of how big your base floor is? So again, Zillow, we looked at everything, and we see that one neighbor is at 900, the other next door neighbor is at 1300. So if we kind of shoot more for this 900 range, again, we're kind of going for the minimum. We're not trying to take advantage of the system and go for the max. We're just trying to get in there and get the minimum. So this is the hang up. The city of Folly requires a 9x18 space for parking. And so for us to get parking in there, we're going to have 2 spots and then 1 parked behind the other. So when that happens, then you got 18 plus 18, 2 cars behind each other, a couple feet in between to get in there. And so then you're at 36 to 38 feet deep. So that was the real thing that we had to wrestle. This is just a kind of a national standard on parking garages. The minimum's kind of 22 feet. Depth is about 20 feet. If we stack 1 car back here, again, to get 3 in there, then we're back up to 30, close to 38 feet. So this is what we were trying to go for. Septic area 600, foundation area of 900 to 1,000, and then 3 parking places. So we kind of felt like, okay, that looks like the minimum.